Hi everyone, good evening. Guys, we'll wait for another couple of minutes and then we will start the session. Sambhavi, I might not be able to help you with this. You can talk to someone from ACE Academy or Sunstone. They would be able to help you with this. Guys, we'll wait for maybe one more minute and then I'll be sharing the link for the quiz. All right, I think we will be starting with the quiz. So once again, good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me? Am I audible? Okay, perfect. Thank you. So guys, let me share the link for the quiz. Please take this and I'll give you all 5 minutes. By 8:38, we will discuss the answers. Guys, you have another 2 minutes. If you have submitted, great. If not, please try to complete it. All right. I hope you all have completed the quiz. So let's analyze it. Let's discuss the answers. Give me a minute. Okay. So the first one is, how can you apply a top N filter in Power BI? We looked at filter, we looked at different kind of filters and God chart. So how can you apply a top N filter in Power BI? Right. So the option is A. The correct answer is option A. By using the top N option. And where do you find the top N is under the filters plane. You can, whatever filter that you want to do, you can go there, top N. And it's very important for you to specify a measure. Without a measure, you cannot apply the top N filter. The apply filter option will not be enabled. So the correct one is by using the top N option in the filters pane. Which filter can be used to apply different filters to different visual on the same page? Yeah, which one is this? D, C, okay. It's option D, which is a visual level filter. Now, some of you might be confused because it says same page. So we might usually think page level filter. When you look at what type of filter and same page, we might look at page level filter. But if the question was which type of filter can be used to apply same filter on same page, then it is a page level filter. But different filters to different visuals, then it is a visual level filter. So make sure that you're correct on this. When setting up a GAU chart in Power BI, what does the minimum field represent? What is the minimum field? Option A, which is the lowest possible value. So it's kind of like a scale. And on that scale, what is the lowest value? What is the highest value? For example, if we talk about sales as a column, sales cannot go less than 0. Right? So the minimum value would be 0. If you're talking about the age of voters, the age of voters cannot be less than 18. So the minimum value is 18. So according to the context, the minimum would be changing. But minimum is the lowest possible value of a GAU scale. What does the top N filter does in Power BI? Does it filter only the first 10 records? It's option B, which is it allows you to display the top or bottom values. Not just top, it allows you to display both the top or bottom values based on a selected metric. Now it's up to you. You can choose whatever metric you want, but it will either display the top values or the bottom values. Right? Which of the following best describes a GAU chart in Power BI? What is it used for? It's used for a chart used to display progress towards a target value. Right? It's not something that shows trend over a time, but it is a chart that will help you to display progress towards a target value. So these are the solutions for today's quiz. I hope you're clear on it. So everyone, please open Power BI. I still have the file, whatever we worked on yesterday. You can see that the file is still with me. I've not edited it. It's still there, and we'll work with this. I'll give you a quick recap of top N filters, and we'll talk about something called as slicer, and slowly we will be moving on into the concept of that. So everyone, top N, as we have seen, is to display either the top values or the bottom values. The number of values is up to you. You can choose how much ever number of values that you want. So here we'll take another example. See, yesterday we took the top 5 customers based on average income. Maybe I'll give you a problem statement. I mean, anyway, you know how to do it. So instead of me trying it, I'll give you some problem statements so that you can try. And guys, only when you solve problem statements like this, you can practice Power BI. Else you might know the concept, but it will not be helpful maybe in an interview or when you do it at the work. So make sure to have hands-on practice. I'll give you 2 questions. Find the top 3 marital status based on the total sales of wine. Second one is find the bottom 2 segment code based on average recency. So guys, I've given you 2 questions. Try solving these 2 questions with the filter. You can create a bar chart. No need to make it anything else. Let's go with the bar chart. But solve this question. I'll give you 5 minutes. It's 8:43. I'll give you time till 8:48. Try solving this. Once you have solved, as usual, you can send a screenshot of the image. But make sure you get the top 3 marital status based on the total sales of wine and the bottom 2 segment code based on average recency. As we are still using the same data from day 1. So if you have not open Power BI, load the data sheet 1, whatever we have learned in the previous 4 classes, and start working on this. together widow and YOLO. Okay. And segment code FHBBCF. Okay. Others also please try this and let me know if you're getting the same answers. Widow observed doers. Okay, you guys are getting different answers. Just look at the question once and see if you have done it properly. Top 3 marital status based on the total sales of wine. I'll also wait for the others. Guys, everyone, you have another 2 more minutes. Try completing this. At least one, try completing. So Ankit, I request you to go through the videos, the playlist recordings, because those are very important. It's something that should be done from day one. So go through the videos, and still, if you have any queries, you can let me know. I can see only 2, 3 responses, 4. Okay. Okay, guys, maybe 1 more minute and then I'll show you the answer, but please try it on your own. Don't wait for me to give the answers. Okay, guys, I'll solve this question, both the questions. So have a look. Let's solve it one by one. The first question is for us to get the top 3 marital status based on total sales of wine. See, anytime when a question like this is present, you should ignore the top 3 for the time being. First, get marital status wise total sales of wine. So here, what we'll do is we'll select marital status. We will be selecting wines and we will be creating a bar chart. Now, if needed, we can format it, but I'll not spend any time on formatting. Let it be like this. Now you can see that married, together, single, these are the top 3. If I sort the data, married, together and single, but there are other values also which is present, like divorced, widow, all these values are also present. If you need only the top 3, what you should do under filters on this visual, expand marital status. I repeat once again, you should be looking at the categorical value. Whenever you want to apply any top n filter, you should apply it on the categorical value. So here the categorical value is marital status. So here I would be selecting top n. I want the top 3 values based on wine. It's total sales of wine, which is sum, right? So that is something that you can take from here. Take from here and you can drop it. You can give apply filter. Right. And here you can see the top 3 marital status based on the total sales of wines are married, together and single. If you're getting a different answer, please make sure that you are clear on you have done this process properly, right? And you're clear on the top end filter concept. Okay, so what I've done is I've selected marital status, I've selected wine, and I've converted it into a bar chart. Here on this filters on the visual option, I expanded marital status and I selected the filter type to be top N, top 3. And by value, I dragged wines and I dropped it because it will be sum of wine. Then I clicked on apply filter. Similar to that, let's get the bottom two segment code based on average recency. So segment code and recency, right? Now this is also not correct because it is giving us the sum of recency. But according to the question, we want the average recency. So I'll make this from sum of recency. I'll be making it as average. Make sure you do this change, segment code, average of recency. Then here under segment code, you can go with top N. And instead of top, you need to give bottom because now we need only bottom two values. We don't need the top two, we need the bottom two. And recency, you can drag and drop. Here also, yeah, here also make sure that from sum of recency, you change it to average and click on apply filter. And these are the correct value, GHR and BCF. So anyone who has got these values, married together single and segment code, which is GHR and BCF, have done the proper analysis. Any doubts on this? Are you guys clear? Okay, I'll give you all a minute. If you have not done this, please make sure that you have done and you are getting the correct answer. I can see some of you have got different answers. It's okay, but try this and get these are the correct answers. What you see on the screen is the correct one. Please, I'll give you a minute. Make sure you do this. Okay, maybe one more question. If my x-axis show the image on this. What do you mean by opposite side? It doesn't matter, but what do you mean by opposite side, Shirina? Can you show me a photo or something? This is fine. So what you have done is a horizontal bar chart. See, if I click on this, instead of the second one, if I click on the first one, I'll also be getting it like this, right? I'll also be getting it like this. So if you click on the second one, it will be changing. But don't worry, those are different ways to show your bar chart. Guys, since I can see that a lot of you have got different answers, I'll give you one more question. Try this. Find the top 5 segment code based on average income. Yeah, everyone please get the top 5 segment code based on average income. For this, you have another 4 minutes. Try solving this, everyone. Okay, a lot of you are giving the answers. Great. Try this. You have another 2-3 minutes. Okay, I hope you all are clear on this. Quickly, we'll see about one filter. Okay, Shivashri, what is your doubt? I mean, what do you mean by you didn't get? Okay, in the meantime, guys, what we will do is we'll also talk about one more filter here. Let's go here. Now, imagine I want to add, see, I have these two charts and I want to add a filter on this page, which is for both the charts. I want to add a filter. What I can do is here you can see filters on this page. We saw this yesterday. So I'm going to take the region. I'll drop it here, filters on this page, and I'll select West. For now, let's select West. So you're presenting the data. See, when you're presenting it to the management, you will not show them this data visualization and all. You will just close all this. This is what you will be showing, right? Nothing will be there on the right side. Nothing will be there on the left side, only this. Now, what I've done is I've added filters on this page. I've added region. So this is the data of West. Now, while you show the chart or while you're showing this report, your boss asks you to show the data of central region. They don't want the data of West. They want it for central. Now, what would you do? You'll open this filter. Come here. You'll select central. You will uncheck West and you will close this. Now, this is the data for central. Now, they might be changing it to some other thing. So you need to open this. You need to select. See, every time these values would be keep on changing, right? And what happens is, this is one issue where it is a little, I won't say this is a bad thing because this is a proper process, but every time you need to open this filter and you need to select it. Instead of doing it like this, you can actually have the filter on your report directly, which is on this screen. On this white screen, you can have the filter. So you don't need to go here and you don't need to open this filters every time. Let's see how this works. For that, you will be using something called as a slicer. Right here, you have this option of slicers present. You can see that under visualization below this map chart, you have this option of slicer. You can select the slicer, just adjust it. And once you have selected the slicer, in your data, you can select the column that you want as a filter. So what you will be doing is here in this place where you have selected the slicer, just add region. See, the minute you add region, you actually have this in your data. You have these slicers on your data. You don't need to open this filter anymore. You click on central, the data gets filtered on central. You click on east, the data gets sorted on east. So this gives you a dynamic filter where you can select it on the report. You don't need to open this filter every time. I'll repeat what I've done here. Instead of adding the value in filters on this page. Now, slicers are a replacement for a page level filter. It is not a visual level or it is not a report level. It is a page level filter. What you can do is you can open visualization. You can choose this slicer option, right? And in this slicer option, you can select region because that is the filter that I want to apply. Right now, you can see that it is present here. You can choose whichever region you want. Any region you select, the data would be filtered accordingly. And if you use control and if you press, multiple things would be selected. Like how you select files. If you use control and if you select, multiple things would be selected. This is on the concept of slicer. Are you guys clear with the concept of slicer? Yes, guys, are you clear on the concept of slicer? What do you see here? Slicers are nothing but your filters, right? It's the filter that you have. Please try this in any page that you have. Try adding a slicer so that the filters are directly present on your report. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Try the concept of slicer. Now, what you can do is you can try any slicer, not just region. You can add any column that you want as a slicer. Slicer works well with a categorical value. Okay, let's all try one thing. We'll be moving on to the next concept, a few more type of chart. But guys, whatever we have seen today, are you all clear? Top filter, top end filter, and also on slicers. Any doubts in this? Anything that you want me to repeat, please let me know. Okay, thank you. Let's move on. Guys, I have uploaded a new data just for this session. Go to this link and download the COVID data. You will be finding COVID data in this link. Please download it, everyone. So I'll give you all a couple of minutes. Just go to this link and download the COVID file, and then I'll be loading that file into Power BI and I'll be doing some charts on that. I'll show you a few kind of chart, but make sure that you guys download the COVID data from this link. Once you have downloaded, let me know. That will help me. You can just put done or downloaded on the chat once you have the data with you. Okay. Others also please try this. Okay, is others, have you all downloaded the data, COVID data from this link? Yeah, guys, have you all downloaded? Okay, let me share my screen again. And I'll quickly open a new Power BI so that I can load this. I'll open a blank report. It might take some time. Let me open a new blank report. I think, yeah, it is opening. So please load this data, the COVID data that you have, please load it inside the new report of Power BI. Once you have loaded the data, we will be looking at map chart. I want to show you map chart, and I'll also be showing you scatter plot. Yeah, it's a little slow, so maybe we'll wait for a minute. Okay, guys, in the meantime, please load this COVID data into your Power BI. I'll also be loading this. Now, if you had looked at the data is very simple. In fact, some of you might have worked with this data before. It has the state details. It has, I have not shared my screen, don't worry. It has the state details. It has the active COVID cases, the deaths, and the recovered on a particular date. It's a very old data, so don't get worried by the numbers. So I have also loaded the data. Let me share my screen. On this, let's create a map chart. Now, for creating a map chart, you need a location, right? You need a geographical or you need a location-based data, right? Only when you have that, it would be possible for you to create a map. See, we cannot create a map with product category, or we cannot create a map with segment code. We cannot create a map with marital status. Even though these are all categorical values, these are not location based values. So we can create it only when we have a location. Okay, great. So thanks, Sharon, for making me the host. I got some issue and I just left the meeting. I got thrown out of meeting, but that is fine. Guys, can you all hear me? Am I audible? Just, you can confirm on the chat and we'll just continue. Okay, great. Let me share my screen. Yeah. So guys, if you have a look, this is the data, and I hope you would have done it. You would have created the top five states based on the active deaths. Let me just load the data. And here, once we have the data, what we would be doing is, let's select the state and let's select any value. Maybe we will be taking the active cases. So we can select the state and we can select the active cases. And what we would be doing in this case is we will be selecting a map chart. So you can see that there is this map chart option. It's kind of a globe, or you can either choose the globe or you can also select the one that is next to it. Both would work. One is called a filled map and the other one is called a map. Not much of a difference. So you can select this, and once you select the state and the active case, or you select the deaths or any numerical value, you would be able to create a map chart. Please try this. I'll also show you, but in the meantime, just select the state and select the active cases. After that, you can also be selecting the globe-like icon, what you see here on the visualization option. Now, for some of you, maps might be disabled. I'll tell you a way to enable it. For some of you, it might ask you to open the global setting and ask you to enable the map chart. I'll give you how to do that. Just, wait for a couple of minutes. It's loading. But in the meantime, you can all try. Select the states or name of the state or union territory as the categorical column, and any other column, active cases or deaths, as the numerical column. And you can select on the map visual. So create a map chart. Once you have a map chart ready, you can send the screenshot like what we usually do. I'll share the recording link at the end. Don't worry, everyone. Guys, if you have created the map chart, just send the screenshot on the chat option. Some of you might be getting this error. Don't worry. I'll tell you how we can solve this. That's not an issue. That is the default thing. So don't worry if you're getting across and that says cannot create a map. You just need to enable one option. And I'll also show you how to enable that option. Okay, select and drag. Now you have just selected the chart. You also need to populate the data. So that data is two things. You need a location and you need a number. Here, the location is the name of the state and the number is either the active cases or the deaths or cured. Others, are you able to get it? Anyone who was able to get a map chart? So I got my data finally. Okay, no issues. What we would be doing is, let's see if we are able to create a map chart. If not, also, I'll be telling you the way in which you can all get the map chart if you're getting this issue. Right. Map charts are disabled by default. In Power BI, by default, the map charts are disabled. So all we need to do is we need to enable the map chart. And for enabling it, we just need to go to the file option and settings, global settings. It would Yeah. So guys, we faced a little bit of technical issue, which is fine. No worries. Tomorrow we will be looking at the map chart. I'll explain to you on how to do the map. But for now, you can leave the meeting. We will be winding up the session now. And I'll don't worry on this. I'll continue with where we left today. I'll be starting with the map concept, and I'll be teaching you with the how to create maps. If you're not able to see the maps also, it is fine. Right. So thank you. You can leave the meet and please join on time on tomorrow's session.